Hello everyone. So welcome to today's session, which is on arithmetic practice, and this session is brought to you by me, Nilanjan Dutta, a CAT-100 percentiler, from the topmost educators on Unacademy and Unacademy Plus for the CAT and the MBA exams segment. So this is a brief about myself, and I wanted to take this opportunity to inform all of you about the Unacademy Plus courses that I'm running presently, which includes the DLR live classes. So DLR live classes batch 1 is going on, and also along with that we are starting with a new batch, that is the games and tournaments course. So we have the complete DLR course running as well as the games and tournaments course, which is going to start from mid-March. Both of these are plus courses that are going to be running on my Unacademy Plus channel. To be a part of these courses, you need to use the discount code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing to the Unacademy Plus CAT subscription, and that includes the all-important batch that is starting from next Saturday. So this Saturday, 14th March 2020, we are starting with what is called the Perfect Score batch for CAT 2020, which is a batch that will help you give wings to your perfect score, that is the 100 percentile aspirations. So that is a course that will cover all the three sections: VRC, DLR and Quants, and the session will be taken by me, Nilanjan Dutta, a CAT 100 percentiler. So to be a part of that course, you have the following subscription options. Select either the 12 months or the 24 months plan. The 24 months plan is currently running at around almost 75% off. And you can get it at an even more cheaper price if you use the discount code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing. Note, there is no space between Nilanjan and Dutta in the discount code to be a part of the Perfect Score batch. But remember, Perfect Score batch starts on 14 March, that is this Saturday. So before that, all of you must be subscribed as soon as possible. Do not leave things to the last moment. Subscribe well before the 14 March deadline so that you do not miss out on a seat as part of this Perfect Score batch for CAT 2020. So go for the 12-month or 24-month subscription and subscribe. Remember, the discount code is Nilanjan Dutta. There is no space for Nilanjan and Dutta in the discount code. So these are the features you have of being on Unacademy Plus. You not only get to learn live from the comfort of your home, you get access to all my live classes, be the Perfect Score batch, be the DLR live classes, the games and tournaments courses. Everything is part of a single course. You have the complete syllabus covered, doubt clearing sessions, test series as well, including mentorship and guidance by people who have been there, done that. So select the 12-month or the 24-month subscription plan and make sure that you're using the code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing. It's available at this link, which you can directly click on and be a part of. Remember, there's no space with Nilanjan and Dutta and the discount code. So how you apply the code is as follows. You select the subscription plan. Here in the referral code section, you enter the code Nilanjan Dutta and the space for the Nilanjan and Dutta in the code, and then you click on apply. You'll see apply successfully. The price will reduce and you can check out. So hope to see all of you in the class on the first session, which is on 14th March at 10 a.m. So moving on to today's session, which is on arithmetic practice. The first question as part of today's session is as follows. Before we start, anybody who has any doubts on the Unacademy Plus CAT subscription and want to be part of it, what you can do is you can ping me at this number. Also, those of you who want to be part of the Perfect Score batch, just ping me at this number. The moment, what you can do is you can share your subscription screenshot with me and I can add you to the Perfect Score batch. Remember, it's starting from 14 March, that is this Saturday. Make sure you're not missing out on a single live class. So ping me here once you're subscribed, or if you're discussing about how to subscribe and so on at the discount code, you can ping me at this number. So let's get started with the first question. It's a time and work question which goes as follows. So take around 2 minutes to solve this. Everybody. Good morning, Raj. Good morning, AK. Raj, if you're part of the Perfect Score batch, we are looking at giving everybody a score of around 60 or more in every section. That is the target of the batch. So do not restrict it to the 35. Look at even further toward the 60 mark. And for that, all you need to do is get 1 mark per minute. So how do you optimize on your return on time is something we'll be stressing upon in a lot of details as part of that course. So make sure, Raj, you're attending every session live as part of the Perfect Score batch. So try solving this question. Answers. So you can use the chat window to provide your answers to the questions. So note there are 4 typists: X, Y, Z, W. Y takes double the time by W. W takes double that of Z. X takes double the time of Y to type a single page. You need to group them into 2 pairs of 2 each, such that a first pair takes 50% more time than the second pair. So how do you pair them up? So let's go into the solution approach. So let the time taken by them be as follows. Let Z take n hours. If Z takes n hours, then W takes double the time. So W will take 2n hours. Y takes double the time of W. So if W takes 2n hours, the Y will take 4n hours, and X takes double of Y, which means X will take n hours to type a page. So to type a page, Z will take n hours, W will take double, that is 2n hours, Y will take double of W, that is 4n hours, and X will take even more double, that is 8n hours to type a page. Now we need to look at every possible combination of pairs. So if we go by combination of pairs, the first one what we do is we group Z with W. If we group Z with W, the other group will contain Y and X. So Z and W will be total work done in 1 hour will be 1 by n plus 1 by 2n, which comes out to be 3 by 2n. Here it will be 1 by 4n plus 1 by 8n, which is 3 by 8n. The ratio of the two is not double because it says 50% more, that means 1.5 times. Here the ratio is 4 times, hence the first combination is incorrect. In the second case, the ratio is 5 by 4n is to 5 by 8n, which is 2:1, which is again an incorrect ratio. In the third case, the ratio is 9 by 8n divided by 3 by 4n, which comes out to be 3 by 2, which is indeed 1.5 times. So if you look at it, Z and X is being able to do 1.5 times the work that W and Y can do together. So what does that mean? That means if Z and X is being quicker, more work in 1 hour, that means they'll obviously be able to do the work in less time. So the second pair who's being able to do the work in less time, they'll obviously be Z and X, because if you take less time means in 1 hour you're doing more the work. So Z and X is being able to do 1.5 times the work in a particular hour. So they'll be able to do the work in 1.5 times the time. Hence the answer is Z and X. So the answer is option C. All you need to do was, when you're pairing them up, look for the ratio of 3:2. The here 9 by 8n is 3 by 2 times 3 by 4n. Hence the ratio 1.5, which means 50% more. So let's move on to the second question. The second question for today is based on the concept of averages. So average of 7 distinct natural numbers is this much. You're removing one such number, which is a 2-digit composite number with no repetition. The remaining numbers are in the ratio as follows. The question is asking difference between second largest and third smallest number. So try doing this in the next 2 minutes. What is the difference between the second largest and the third largest number, third smallest number? Use the chat window to provide your answers. Anybody? Answers difference between second largest and third smallest number? So you can see the average of the 7 numbers are given as 50.714, which is basically 55 by 7. So the average is 55 by 7. The sum of the numbers can be said to be 355. The sum of the 7 numbers is 355, out of which when I'm removing one number, I'm getting the remaining numbers in this ratio. So if I look at the numbers in this ratio as 5A, 3A, 7A, 12A, 4A and 6A, the total comes out to be 37A, and let's say the removed number is N. So obviously that means 37A plus N is equal to the sum, that is 355, which is why when you remove N from 355, we're ending up getting the total as 37A. Now the question is identifying what is the value of A and N that can satisfy. We already know that N is a 2-digit number. So what are the values of A possible? The values of A possible are A equal to 7. If A is 7, N is 96. If A is 8, N is 59. If A is 9, N is 22. Note if A is 10, then obviously N will become negative, which is not possible. At the same time, if A is 6 or below, N will be greater than 100, which is not going to satisfy the two-digit number logic. So one thing is for certain, A is either 7, 8, 9, which means the value of N is either 96 or 59 or 22. But it says no digit repetition, which means 22 goes out because the repetition of digit 2 in 22. It also says composite number, which means it is not a prime number. 59 is a prime number, which means the composite number is 96. So hence the value of N comes out to be 96, which also means the value of A correspondingly comes out to be 7. So now that A is 7, the question is talking about second largest, third smallest number. So if you look at these numbers and if you compare it with 96, so 96, and if you compare the other numbers, so 96 will become the largest number, the second largest will become 12A, which is 84. Similarly, when we talk about the third smallest, the smallest will be 3A, that is 21. Next will be 4A, which is 28. The next third smallest will be 5A, which is 35. So what are the difference between 35 and 84? Difference between 35 and 84 comes out to be 49. Hence the answer is option B, that is 49. So always go by such structured approaches for all such questions. Is the approach clear to everybody? How we got 49? Let's move on to the third question. Mr. Wadhwa sold a flat to Mr. Sharma at 25% profit. The Sharma occupied it for some time, sold it to Mr. Kumar, making the same amount of profit as Mr. Wadhwa. Same amount means in rupees, the same amount, not in percentage terms. Mr. Kumar then sold it to Mr. Agarwal at a loss percentage equal to a profit percentage made by Mr. Sharma. If Mr. Agarwal bought the flat for rupees 86 lakhs 40,000, for how many lakhs did Mr. Wadhwa purchase the flat? So again, take 2 minutes to try and solve this question. So these are the transactions. Mr. Wadhwa sold it at a profit of 25% to Mr. Sharma. So if the buying price for Mr. Wadhwa was X, the selling price for Mr. Wadhwa is 1.25x, which is going to be the buying price for Mr. Sharma. Now we know that when Mr. Sharma sold a flat, then they made the same amount of profit. So here the profit was 0.25x. So Mr. Sharma will also make a profit of 0.25x, which means he will sell it at 1.5x. However, since the base has increased now, a profit of 0.25x will translate to a profit of only 20% for Mr. Sharma, even though the profit amount is the same, that is 0.25x for both Mr. Sharma and Mr. Wadhwa. Now that the profit is 0.25x for Mr. Sharma, next what happens is Mr. Kumar has bought from Mr. Sharma, so the sell price is 1.5x for Mr. Sharma, so the buying price is 1.5x for Mr. Kumar. Mr. Kumar sold it to Mr. Agarwal at a loss percentage is equal to the profit percentage of Mr. Sharma, which means the loss percentage is 20% loss. 20% loss means at 80% of the price. So if it's 1.5x is the buying price of Mr. Kumar, he sold it at 20% loss. That is 80%, 0.8 into 1.5, which is 1.2x. So finally, Mr. Agarwal bought it at 1.2x. And it says the value 1.2x is said to be 86.4 lakhs. So the question is, at what price did the Wadhwa purchase the flat? That is the value of x. So given the basically the equation comes out to be 1.2x is equal to 86.4L. So what is the value of x? So the value of x in such a case will come out to be 72 lakhs. If 1.2x is 86.4 lakhs, x will come to 72 lakhs, which means the answer will be option B, that is 72. Hence the answer is option B, that is 72. Is this clear? The final question for today's session is as follows. This is something on compound and simple interest. So it says, if Shushmita invested rupees 64 lakhs in a special investment scheme that yields a simple interest of 7% per annum for the first 4 years, and from the 5th year onwards, compounding starts at R% per annum, where R is an integer, for the next 3 years. At the end of the 7th year, Sushmita's savings stood at this amount, which is 1,06,08,878. If the investment scheme had instead continued for all 7 years at R% per annum, simple interest, then how much more or less money would Sushmita have made in rupees lakhs? So take around 2 minutes to try and solve this question. So first try and compute the value of R. Then look at what would have been the amount had it been in a simple interest scheme for all 7 years at R% per annum. And finally look at the difference. Remember, first 4 years it was simple interest, 5th, 6th, 7th year it was compounding. So if you look at the first part, for the first 4 years, what happened was a simple interest scheme at 7% per annum, which means 0.07p every year. So the total of 0.07 into 4, that is 0.28p is the interest. So total amount is 1.28p. So the original principal is 64 lakhs. Your simple interest, after simple interest, the amount will be 1.28 times, that is 81.92 lakhs. So your amount at the end of 4 years will be 81.92 lakhs at 7% per annum for 4 years, after which compounding will start. Compounding will start for the next 3 years, that is 5th to the 7th year onwards, and that will be p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 3. But what has happened is the net amount is 106.088 lakhs. So what you do is look at this ratio of A to P. If you look at this ratio and we try and solve it, the approximate value of R will come out to be 9%. Note, it says R is an integer, which means it is going to be an exact integer value. So the value of R has to be 9%. Remember, 9% for each year compounding for 3 years would be approximately the interest of 28% over the 3-year period. So 28% extra 1.28 times of 81.92 lakhs comes out to be 106.08878 lakhs. So effectively, the value of R comes out to be 9%, where R is an integer. Now the question is saying, what if there was a simple interest scheme for all 7 years at R% per annum? So 9% per annum for all 7 years. So that would be A is equal to 9% for 7 years. So that's the total of 0.09 into 7. That is 0.63. P is your interest. So total amount will be 1.63p. So 1.63 times the principal of 64 lakhs comes out to be 104.32 lakhs, whereas the actual savings in this case is 106.09 lakhs, rounded off to 2 decimal places. So what you do is look at the difference, rounded off to 2 decimal places. So that difference comes out to be rupees 1.77 lakhs. So if we look at the options, the correct answer will be option D, that is rupees 1.77 lakhs is the difference that would have been created by the amount, that is the difference between 104.32 lakhs for an entirely SI scheme versus 106.09 lakhs. So the answer to this question will be option D. So gentle reminder, as part of the Unacademy Plus CAT courses, we are having the DLI live classes. The next session is Tuesday, tomorrow at 10 p.m. We also have a games and tournaments course which has gone live. We're starting from mid of March. Make sure all of being part of both these courses, along with the all important perfect score batch for CAT 2020, which aims to give all of yourselves a chance to touch the CAT 100 percentile, the perfect score that is possible in CAT. And what better than getting mentored by people who have been CAT 100 percentilers in the past. She'll be covering all the three sections, VRC, DILR and Quants. Note the start date is 14th March 2020, which means this Saturday we'll be starting and be going all the way along for the next 8 to 9 months. Make sure to subscribe for either the 12-month or the 24-month subscription plan. I think the 24-month subscription plan is available at 75% off. You can get further discounts. Use the discount code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing. Remember, there's no space for Nilanjan and Dutta in the discount code. So these are the features of Plus. Make sure that you're availing it as soon as possible, preferably by Tuesday 10 p.m. the next session. Even if you miss out on that deadline, do not miss out on a class for the perfect score batch is starting from this Saturday at 10 a.m. that is the 14th of March. Use the discount code Nilanjan Dutta while subscribing. No space for Nilanjan and Dutta in the discount code. And the way you get the discounters in the referral code section, you enter the code, you click on apply, it'll say apply successfully, and then you can check out. So on that note, hope to see all of you in the live classes either tomorrow, that is Tuesday 10 p.m. or going forward from the Saturday when we start with the perfect score batch for CAT 2020. On that note, thank you everybody and happy learning.